Hi, everyone. Hopefully, we're all having a good day, good morning, good afternoon. Just wanted to do a few things. It's probably just easier to make a little video. You can feel free to check the rest of the stuff out I have on my YouTube channel. Looks a little scraggly. Hopefully, it looks like like I lost a little bit of weight. Because COVID definitely kicked my ass early in the process, and so I'm trying to kind of fight back a little bit. Just wanted to go over a few things that you're going to be looking to do, or words you're going to hear, and things that we're going to talk about, and schools are going to ask for, and try to make it a little bit easier. And I think it's just easier to make a quick video than me sending 55 different emails, that type of thing. One thing we're going to be talking about, or the district's looking for, is curriculum compacting. And they're going to throw a lot of mumbo jumbo and fancy words and all those things going on. End of the day, it's just basically saying take your curriculum, take what you do, and just like the word says, compact, put it together in a short simplified version for what you can do. So obviously, right now we're not going to be playing a lot of team sports. We're not going to be doing tag games and things of that nature at the elementary level, and at the high school and middle school level. You're not going to be playing 5-on-5 basketball. But if you do have girls in your classes and you want to teach them how to make a left-handed layup on their own, Middletown girls basketball, we'd appreciate it. But again, just think about the things that you can do in your curriculum at your specific level at your school that you feel will be successful for you and make your life easier and will be best for obviously our students in a shortened version, a compacted version. Remember, again, you're only going to have half of your kids every class. So most of your classes will probably be about 10 or 12 kids. Yes, there's going to be classes, especially at the older levels where you might have 15 or 16. There might be some classes that you have that are even going to be under 15 or 12 or 15 because you might have some kids who decide to stay home. So obviously we're going to have to veer toward a fitness-based lifetimes activities and obviously SEL and focusing on the social and emotional aspects of our students, not just the physical aspects, which is a great opportunity for us, but obviously it's going to be a challenge. In terms of equipment, when you're trying to figure out how your curriculum compact, understand that we are going to be allowed to use limited equipment, but the students are not supposed to be sharing that. So kind of figure out what works on your end, and we need to be cleaning that between activities. So, sorry, I got a little distracted. The post officer, or whatever the official term is, just got to my front door. So I heard a little beep beep. So that's what curriculum compacting is. So again, it's really just kind of figuring out where you want to go with what you're going to teach in this type of setting, in a hybrid setting, in a setting where obviously we have a COVID issues, that type of deal. So you're not rewriting curriculum. You don't have to redo that. You're just figuring out what the priority is right now. Then you're also going to hear about prioritizing standards. I will be sharing with you when these days come. I'm not going to send the email now because it's 2 days before we even start the first day of PD. But I will send you all the national and state standards, and I will be put in bold the ones that I have recommended to the district right now during these times, what should be our priority standards overall for our district. However, you 100% have full rights and freedom, and I will fully 100% support you. If you look at the standards and you're like, you know what, Smirnoff is nuts. At my grade, at my school, at my whatever it is, for health, at the middle school, for Bealfield Elementary School, these should be the priority standards that we're going to focus in upon during this early time of the school year. Go ahead and do so. Just let me know. And just updated it in the team drive. Send me an email, send me a text, whatever it is, just so I'm aware. But again, when you're going to look at the standards, you are not creating your own standards. You don't have to write PE and health standards from scratch. We have them. We have them at the state and national level. All you're doing with prioritizing it is saying these 2 or 3 standards for PE, these 2 or 3 standards for health are what I really want to make sure I'm covering and I'm focusing it upon during this hybrid learning experience. That's all prioritizing standards is. The district is going to give you way too much time to just figure out which ones you want to prioritize. But hopefully, you'll kind of see the rationale I put, and maybe you'll agree with me, and maybe you won't. But again, you do what's best for your students, and if you're in a collaborative setting with other teachers in your building for PE and health, collaborate with one another, do what's best for you guys. And I have your back 125 million%. And I know that some hardcore people will say you can never get past 100%. I kind of agree with that. So that gets to then you're going to be hearing things like mapping. Map out your year. Map. Scope and sequence. Shh. Don't let the cat out of the bag. It's scope and sequence. So we already have that. Every grade level has that. My recommendation right now is basically you're just transitioning some of the months and some of your activities. Because hopefully the plan is things will get better health-wise in our state and our district and our community and all those types of deals. And then, hopefully at some point this year, we're going to be back to having more freedom to do more team activities or do tag activities or slower, get the space closer with one another. Right now, obviously, we can't, and we don't want anyone getting sick or unhealthy. But again, that's a goal. So if you want to look at your scope and sequence, absolutely you can put in the spring some of the team activities or tag activities or group activities that you normally might be doing earlier in the year. You can reconfigure that and put those for like February, March, April, May, or June for your scope and sequence. So a lot of it's going to be shifting. Yeah, we're probably going to have to, when you look at September and October, and I would even say November, you might have to add another activity or make some tweaks to your scope and sequence, but it's not, again, you're not creating anything from scratch. So again, when you hear mapping or you hear admin say, I want your map of the school year, it's scope and sequence. I don't know why we decided to change the verbiage, but people who get paid a hell of a lot more than me made those decisions. So that's going to be your mapping. So that's your prioritizing your standards. Then the last thing you're going to be asked to do at some point during these PD days is really have a specific plan for your safety protocols and what you're going to be doing your first unit. My guess is for those in PE, it's going to be a focus on fitness activities and SEL. My guess would be at most levels for health. Your first unit's going to be a lot about the wellness wheel and your physical, social, emotional health and how those three components affect your overall well-being. And obviously, it's different for every grade level. You guys are all pros, full trust in everyone that you're going to do age-appropriate and content-appropriate instruction because health is unquestionably paramount to what we're teaching right now. So PE, even when we're doing PE, we want to be connecting that to health because let's be honest, a lot of these kids' mental health right now is all over the place. I'm sure all of our mental health is all over the place. So I hope that helps. The last thing I wanted to say, I know I've sent this in an email before, that some of you may have heard that you hear rumors and they're not true. And it's just in terms of my health, I am pre-diabetic, I'm asthmatic. So my doctor had recommended potentially me sitting out the beginning of the school year. I talked with him and we came to an agreement that I will be in. I'll be teaching full-time and doing a department head thing and hopefully coaching if we have seasons. But just be aware that if I have any type of symptoms, and I've already discussed this with the district and all the big wigs, is any type of symptoms, then I would take a few days off or whatever's needed. And the biggest thing I would say for all of you is don't be a hero. If you go to school for 3 days and you're around the kids and you have any symptoms, get checked. Take care of yourself. And if that means you miss some time, it means you miss some time, and we'll figure it out. But please, please, please remember your own personal health and obviously everyone around you. So hopefully you're all well, and hopefully this helps some. Have a good day. Bye-bye.